Hi, welcome to the 2024 Cleveland Corporate Challenge Virtual Captains Meeting. My name is Dominic Tremalio. I am the Program Director of the Cleveland Corporate Challenge here at Hermes Sports and Events. So you will see me at all of the events, and I'm available all year long to support you guys through the challenge. So if you have any questions before, during the events, or need any support or guidance, feel free to reach out. Thank you for registering to participate in the Cleveland Corporate Challenge this year. We're really excited to get you guys out of the office and into the games and competing in some really fun events that we have lined up for you guys this summer. So I'm going to take about 20 minutes of your time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the Corporate Challenge works, a little bit about the competition, and then I'm going to use my display here to show you some different tools and some helpful information to guide you along the way. So a quick overview of the Cleveland Corporate Challenge. We have 14 different events in the challenge this year, and there are two different ways to compete: the Corporate Cup and the Independent Division. So the Corporate Cup is our overall competition, and if you registered for that, what happens is you are placed in a division of companies that have a similar number of employees to you. You will compete in all 14 events against that division to determine the Corporate Cup winner. We will track points based on how you do in each event. So if you finish in first place, you get 10 points. If you just participate in the event, you get 1 point. And we'll track those points within your division on the scoreboard throughout the year. So you'll be able to see it right here on the scores page, which I'll go over in a minute. And then at the end of the season, the top 3 teams in each division will earn a Corporate Cup trophy and a charity donation, a charitable donation to the charity that they have chosen for the Corporate Cup this year. The other way to compete is the independent division. So this is a great addition to the Corporate Cup, or if you guys are not participating in the Corporate Cup, a great way to get involved in just a few events. So if you're registered for the Corporate Cup, you can purchase extra teams to get more people involved. For example, mini golf is one of our very popular events. Well, only 4 people can compete in the mini golf event. Let's say you have 12 people that want to play in the competition. So you'll designate a first string team. So the team that will compete alongside your division for Corporate Cup points. That would be your first string, your best team, and then you can sign up 1, maybe 2 extra teams to compete in the independent division. These teams compete in a separate division outside of the Corporate Cup, usually on a separate day. Sometimes it's on the same day, but a different division, a different schedule. But it's the same style and format of the event. So there's an award at the end. They get to compete alongside all the other Corporate Cup companies and get a chance to participate as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through the website. I'm going to show you some different tools, some different information that we have available, starting with the About page. So here you'll find a lot of detailed information about the specifics of the Corporate Challenge. So if you have a question about any rules, we have the event rule book that's available right here. All of the rules in a nice, concise place for you to be able to visit and compare and check out the rules of play for each event. If you're participating or the team captain in any event, definitely check out the rule book for your particular event before showing up. You can also find out some information about the participation requirements. So the participants are employees of each organization, employees defined as full-time, part-time, temp, intern, or co-op. So you have some different options there. You could also review the spousal approval rule, which allows husbands and wives of your employees to compete on your behalf. Is if you need that extra guy, that extra girl to even out the team, you can take advantage of that rule. You can also check out what to expect at the events, some information on the event schedule or event day. For example, event day, the first thing that you'll do is check in with me at every event. I will have a check-in station with participation waivers for your company to sign when they arrive. And that's actually how we'll collect your roster for the event. So they'll show up on site. be handed a participation waiver for their particular company. They'll just sign and date their name, and then they'll be all set to participate, and we'll make sure you have the proper number of males and females on your team to be eligible to compete. Next, I want to take you over to, you can also find some other information here as well, in addition to some archived event results if you want to look at past years' participation and see sort of how you've done in the previous seasons or in a previous event. Next, I want to take you over to the registration page. If you are watching this video, you are likely already registered for the event, but in the event that's not the case, I'll show you guys some of the registration information. You can check out our entry form right here. If you want to sign up any independent teams as we go through, or you want to sneak in past the deadline for the Corporate Cup, you can register here with the entry form. You can also register by mail, invoice, or we have a credit card online registration option as well. What I'd really like to show you on this page is the entry fee and deadline chart. So we're already past the deadline for the Corporate Cup. So we have all of our teams set. Over the next couple of weeks, I will be building our tournament schedules and posting them on the website. So you'll be able to see the finalized divisions shortly. But you'll see down here we have the deadlines for each of the independent events. So those are all still open, and there'll be periodic deadlines throughout the season. So if you want to add an extra team, you'll have until these deadlines to do so. I would not recommend waiting until these deadlines. We do sell out of some of our more popular events like mini golf, skee ball, and bowling. So definitely register early for those if you're planning on getting some more people involved. And then finally, the final event day tent rental. If you were to click on this, you'll see that we are actually sold out of tent spaces for the event. So we've had a great response from all of the companies that wanted to purchase a tent rental space on final event day. We are out of tent spaces. Unfortunately, however, we'll still be able to get you some tables and chairs if that will help out your company setting up for final event day. So next, I want to take you over to the events page. So here's where you're going to see our list of events for the entire Corporate Cup season. You'll see that most of these have multiple dates listed for each event. That doesn't mean that you have to show up for every single event. Your division is only scheduled to participate on one of those event days. So for example, you'll see 3 Miles to Miller Time has only one date listed. Same thing with final event day. That means all divisions are coming on the same day to compete in that event. But for example, I'll take you over to the softball page to show you an example of an event page. You'll see the 3 dates are listed under the when section, but you'll see that only Division 4 and 1 are scheduled to compete on June 8, 5 and 2 on June 9, and 3 and 6 on June 16. So you won't need to show up for every single day, just the day that your event or your division is scheduled for. Some other examples or some other features of this event page, you'll be able to find out everything that you need regarding the event. If you're participating or a team captain in the event, we recommend that you review all of the information on this page, especially the rules of play, which will give you a good breakdown of exactly how we play each particular event, any specific rules. Like for example, you can see in this picture in softball, we pitch to our own team. So rather than worry about balls and strikes, you're going to pitch to your own team, throw them 3 meatballs right down the middle, and then one of them has to be fair. So that's just one of the details about the rules of play that you can review. You'll also see under the when section, you'll see each division when they are listed to begin the tournament. So this is just some basic information. Division 4 is going to start at 9 a.m. Division 1 will be coming in a little bit later that day at 11. When I have the tournament schedule ready, I will link it right here underneath your division name. So you'll be able to click on that, view the bracket, see your first round matchup, see if maybe indeed you do have the first 9 o'clock a.m. game, or maybe you're not one of the 8 teams that plays at 9 o'clock. So your first game is at 9:40, so you can have a little bit of a delayed start to the morning. So you'll be able to see the tournament, the flow of the day, and then you'll be able to see the length of play will be 2 to 5 hours. So if you lose in a double elimination tournament, you'll be there for about 2 hours. If you win the entire tournament, it will be around 5 hours. So definitely something you want to keep in mind as the day progresses. It'll show you where the tournament is located with some directions. We're going to be at James Dade Nike Park in Parma. And then we have a format listed in simple form. So it'll tell you the 10 players that you need for the team. You need to have 5 males and 5 females on the team. And that substitute players are encouraged. So not only do you need 10 players to compete as an eligible team, you can bring extra players. They can rotate in throughout the game. They can rotate in between games, or maybe somebody has to leave early and somebody can only come late. Well, you can do that, and they will be able to participate as long as they check in with me over at the check-in station. And then you'll see a double elimination tournament. So we'll be playing head-to-head games versus another team to advance or drop in the bracket. And we play short 4-inning games for the tournament. So keeping in mind the co-ed split, the team size, and the type of tournament, we have a tool available for you guys right over here, the roster builder. So this is a great way to show a quick view of all of the events, how many players you need for each team, how many male and female players you need for each team, and then whether or not you are able to have substitutes for that team. So some events allow you to sub players in between games, in game. Others do not. So you will only need to have, for example, mini golf. The same 4 players that start the event need to finish the event, and only 4 players can play in that particular event. So the roster builder will help you to organize your list of participants and interested people, and then see if maybe you want to purchase an extra independent team, or you have extras available in case somebody can't make it. One of the other tools available is the recruitment flyer. So if you click here, that's a great flyer for you to hang up around the office. There's a little spot for you to enter your company coordinator's name so people know who to contact if they're interested in participating. And then there is a QR code for them to scan and take with on their phone to the event guide, which is another tool that we have. The event guide is a great tool for you to send around the office and show people what events that we're doing this year. They have links that they can click that will bring them back to the website so they can find out more information about their favorite event, and then they can let you know that they are interested in participating. So next up we have the teams page. So over on the team page, that's where we are going to store all of our teams in all of our divisions. So if you need to refer to what division your company is in or who you're competing against, you'll be able to see all of the divisions listed here. We have 6 divisions. Smallest is 1, biggest is 6. And on the page, you'll see the company logo, the company name, also linked to their website, what city the company is from, and then the charity that the company has decided to designate to, if they win the charitable donation at the end of the year, that is the charity that will be getting a check cut to them on your behalf. Next up, we have the scores page. So this is not what the scores page is going to look like after our first event. However, this is where we will store the overall Corporate Cup points throughout the event. So after our first event, you'll see all divisions listed here and the point totals that everybody scored in the event. Our first event is 3 miles to Millertime. And then underneath individual event results, you'll be able to see each individual event listed with the number of Corporate Cup points that each team won for the event. So as I mentioned, if you win an event, you get a total of 10 Corporate Cup points. That's the most that you can earn in any particular event. If you just participate in the event, you get 1 participation point. So you'll be able to track those points on this page throughout the season, see how many you need to jump up to the top spot, and who you're competing with directly. Next, we have the volunteers page. So volunteers are absolutely crucial to the success of the Corporate Challenge. They are a huge help to me and just a ton of fun to be around and get involved. Volunteering is a great way not only to get involved in the Corporate Challenge, but to also win. So for every time you sign up and show up for a volunteer job, you get 2 Corporate Cup points. You also get a volunteer t-shirt and a great spot to watch your company participate. But those 2 volunteer points are crucial to your company's success in the corporate challenge. You can earn up to 10 corporate cup points. So that's 5 volunteers at 2 points each equals a total of 10 points. And that is the most that you can earn for volunteering any season. And like as I mentioned before, that's the same as winning an event. So if you place first in softball, you get 10 points. If you volunteer 5 times, you get 10 more points. And then usually the companies at the top of the division every year have all of their volunteer points. So they made it a point to send people to help out at the events and do some of the simple jobs that we have available. So you can sign up to volunteer directly on this webpage. We posted these on May 1st, and the signups have just been absolutely incredible. We still have some spaces open, so there's still some opportunities to volunteer if you like. And then keep an eye out on this page for more to open as people say, oh, I can't make it. Can you please take me off the list? Or review the list and come up with some different volunteer positions for you guys to help with. They're a great help to me, and as I mentioned, a ton of fun to be around. So you can volunteer directly on this site. There are usually very easy jobs. Usually it's just check-in or scorekeeping. Checking in, each company when they arrive for the event, they sign a participation waiver, so you'll have all those waivers at our check-in station. I'll provide that for you. And then when the company comes up and they tell you what company they're from, you just give them the waiver, they sign it, and that's how we collect their roster for the event. Or scorekeeper, so for our arcade basketball or our skee ball event, we're going to have a scorekeeper stationed at each machine, and what they're going to do is just make sure that the person up on the machine is the same person on their scorecard. Once they complete their round, they'll mark down their score until all scores are complete, and then they'll turn in the scorecard to me, and that's how we'll score the event. So really usually very easy, a great spot to watch your company compete from. You can volunteer on days that your company is competing or days that they're not. So if there's a day that works for you that your company is not competing and you still want to go and get your volunteer points, you're more than welcome to do so. Next up, we have the sponsorship. So a special thank you to all of our sponsors and partners for the 2024 Cleveland Corporate Challenge. Adrenaline Monkey is back again this year. This year, they are going to be coming out to Final Event Day. So one of the 4 events on Final Event Day is going to be the obstacle course, sponsored by Adrenaline Monkey. So they are going to be helping us score the event. They're going to provide a couple of course timers and scorekeepers. And they are also going to provide some mobile obstacles from their indoor Ninja Warrior course. They're going to bring them out to our field and incorporate them into our obstacle course event. So there should be some cool options there, and we're really excited to have them as part of Final Event Day and back again this year. Next up is the Airgas Tug of War Tournament. Airgas has sponsored our Tug of War for many years. They've participated for many years, and they are quite good at the Tug of War. So Airgas is in Division 4. Division 4 is going to have their hands full competing against Airgas in the Tug of War tournament. So special thank you to Airgas for coming back and sponsoring one of our most exciting events. Some may say the main event of the Corporate Challenge. Thank you again to them. The Cleveland Cavaliers Arcade Basketball Tournament is back once again. They are... So congratulations to them, especially yesterday. They moved on to the second round of the 2024 playoffs. So congratulations to the Cavaliers, and thank you for sponsoring our arcade basketball tournament that's going to be going on at Dave & Buster's. This is a great event. Last year they had someone on site just talking to people about the Cavs, had some cool giveaways for them as well. We'll be playing on Cavaliers branded machines, and the Cavs will be participating as well. So it's just a great event for them to get involved in the community and be a part of the Corporate Challenge. The 3 Miles to Miller Time event, so a special thank you to Miller Lite for sponsoring this one. This was a brand new event last year, a great success and a ton of fun down at Edgewater Park. Every company that participates, all the participating runners, will receive a complimentary Miller Lite at the Edgewater Beach House following the race. So it'll be a great opportunity to socialize with all the other companies. We're going to have all companies from all divisions participating in the race at the same time. So it'll be a great opportunity to network, socialize with some of the other people that play, and enjoy a tasty Miller Lite up at the Edgewater Beach House. And then finally, the Roundstone closing award party. So Roundstone is going to be sponsoring our award banquet, and we will be back again at Hofbrauhaus again this year. So celebrating the season that was, having a few drinks with some coworkers, some competitors, and just having a good time handing out the trophies, the charitable donations. Roundstone's going to help me, get around the facility and make the announcements, and they'll be front and center as well, hopefully earning a trophy of their own. So a special thank you to Roundstone once again. And if you want any information on the closing party, you can click this link or over on the events page and find out all of the details about the closing award party. So next up, we have the contact page. So here's just some basic information of how to contact us, where our offices are located in Tremont. The most important information on this page is the weather delay and cancellation. So if weather ever threatens any of our events, I will post directly on the event page. So right where you saw Division 4 is competing at 9 a.m., right next to it, it'll say, due to an impending thunderstorm, we are delayed 1 hour, or we are canceled for the entire day. Stay tuned for reschedule plans. So as soon as it is decided, I will post on the event page in real time. So you'll be able to see that. If nothing is posted, that means no change has been made. But if you do see that something is posted, you'll be able to abide by that. I will also send out a mass email to all of the teams affected directly to their company coordinators. So if you're a team captain or participant, definitely check out the website prior to arriving for the event. If you're a company coordinator, you'll receive an email directly and you'll be able to pass that information down. One thing I skipped over was the satellite challenges, so I just want to bring you back there really quick. The satellite challenges are a great way to win an award and engage your team outside of the actual corporate challenge events. So you'll see all of the details are listed here. You can click on the T-shirt or the Spirit Award for more information on how to enter and the rules. So first up is the T-shirt design contest. You can see some of last year's submissions up here. Most, if not all, companies do wear a company uniform of sorts to the events. It's not required, but it's a great way to bring your team together, to help identify where you guys are, posted up on the event day. If there are new people that don't particularly know each other, you just find somebody with the same shirt, and you'll be good to go. And it helps me to find you and tell you that you're up for your next game as well. So it's a great way to bring the company together. And if you design a shirt and you feel that it's super cool and it merits an award, you can click on that link and submit that to me. We'll vote on the coolest T-shirt by the end of the year and hand out a special award. You can see last year's winner up on this page now. Similar to that is the Spirit Award contest. So this is more of a multimedia project that showcases your company's spirit for the event. So we've had video submissions, picture collages, slideshows of just your company participating in or preparing for the events. And once again, you can see last year's winning video is posted on there. So if there's anybody at the company that wants to showcase your spirit or has a passion for some multimedia projects or anything like that, feel free to click that link, see a little bit more about that information, and then put together a spirit submission for your company. Next, we have the Comeback Team of the Year Award. So first-year companies are not eligible for this, but if you've participated before, you're eligible for the Comeback Team of the Year. What we're going to do is just come up with a really cool storyline, compare last year's results to this year's, and then come up with the coolest storyline that we can to award at the closing award party. So maybe somebody jumped from 10th place to 2nd place or 8th place to 1st place and took home the Corporate Cup trophy. We will award the team the Comeback Team of the Year with a special glass acrylic trophy. And then finally, the Volunteer Team of the Year Award. So as I mentioned, you only need to volunteer 5 times to get your total 10 points, and we don't ask any more of that from you. However, if you love the corporate challenge, you love to volunteer, you love being involved in these events, you can continue to volunteer more than 5 times. And then the team at the end of the year who volunteered the most will earn the Volunteer Team of the Year award. So that's all I have for you guys this year. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck to all of the companies participating. If you have any questions, my information is right below this video. Feel free to reach out anytime. As I mentioned, best of luck to all of you. Can't wait to get out of the office and into the games. We have an awesome slate of events coming up for you guys this year. So good luck. Bring home.